Thank you very much. I can see some of our reporters don't even know how to sing the second stanza. I saw 2 or 3 people looking sideways. Maybe next time it's going to be part of the promotion examination for you to sing the national, the second stanza of the national anthem as promotion. By that time, I'm sure everybody will go and cry. Thank you very much. We'd like to start by inviting the director, zonal director, for her welcome address. Thank you very much. I'm a very poor MCO. Please manage with me.
The Executive Director News, Mohammed Labo, Deputy Director News, Ayo Adeoye, facilitators who have accompanied the Executive Director News here today, management of NTA Benin Network Center, staff who have come from Lagos, Abeokuta, Ibadan, Ado-Ekiti, Osogbo, Akure, Ilori, Asaba, Owerri, Onitsha, Benin Network Center, together with our community stations, Iroekpe and Uzaiwe. It's my singular honor and privilege to welcome you to NTA Benin Network Center. And I'm really glad and delighted that Executive Director News, Mohammed Labo, has decided to personally flag off this training from NTA Benin Network Center. Thank you very much, sir. I think for us, it means that NTA Benin Network Center probably may have had a pass mark somewhere in his mind. So I thank you, sir. News for me is something that I am particularly interested in. I think it's the flagship of any NTA station today. If your news is good, if your news is interesting, if your news is factual, it will capture the interest of the viewers. So the news is paramount of all the programs that we have on air. This is not to say that other programs are not important, but because of the circumstances that we find ourselves today, not just in Nigeria, globally, everybody wants to know what is happening around them. So the news is that when you wake up in the morning, perhaps after your prayers, you want to know what is happening around you. And then with a touch of your finger, you put on your TV, you put on you go to the social media, you go to YouTube, you can have a grasp of what is happening around you. So this, particularly now that we are at the 2019 general election, I think this training is all about NTA preparedness for this election, is to make sure that you have all that you need. Like the EDN told us at our post-mortem meeting now, that has always been my view. NTA is different from other stations. NTA is the only TV station in Nigeria today that is established by law, apart from the private stations who derive perhaps their licenses from also the NBC Act. But NTA goes beyond that. And if you read those provisions, NTA has specific mandates. Paramount among this mandate is the unity of our country. Someone asked me, a GM of a private a state station asked me, how do I cope with pressure? I said, well, personally, I don't have pressure. But for whatever we do, we make sure that the unity of Nigeria is taken into cognizance. So whatever we are reporting, we make sure that we do not jeopardize the unity of our country, that whatever reports that go out there on air is targeted at bringing a diverse and unique people together to one understanding. What government does is important because It's government activities and programs that have the largest, highest impact on Nigerians. So there's a responsibility to let viewers know what programs, what government is doing out there. So if you see it from this perspective, I do not really see where pressure or necessary pressure comes in. So I just want to again say that this training is apt, is really important, and it couldn't have come at a better time. And I believe that with the caliber of the executive director of news that we have today, perhaps we would have seen a lot of innovations on air. You would have seen changes. NTA is going the digital way as well. You see the style of news reporting. If you go to Abuja, you see that people have gone beyond paper writing. Everything is online. They are able to start the production of news to its conclusion using modern methods. And I believe that these are some of the things you'll be taught today. And also ways that the news can be conveyed, because mode of reporting is also very important. I believe you'll be taught all of this today. I want to particularly thank the Executive Director of News for grooming young people, because for a long time we talk about succession plan. But if you see what is happening in the news today, you see that that succession plan is being actualized. So thank you again, because we must think about bequeathing to the junior ones a better NTA that we found it. So once again, I welcome you to NTA Benin Network Center, the ancient city of civilization, and I hope that beyond the training, you'll be able to look around the town and see why Benin is such a unique city. Thank you and welcome. I wish you all a fruitful, professionally rewarding training. Thank you.
Thank you very much, the Zonal Director of NTA Benin. Without wasting time, I would like to invite the Executive Director News for his opening remarks.
Thank you very much. Good morning, dear colleagues. I will begin by saying a very big thank you to the Zonal Director for hosting us in this event. And beyond hosting us, she has made available to us the type of generosity that is known with the Benin people. Benin, I would advise you try to understand the history of the Benin Kingdom. It has a very rich history, and the Benin Kingdom is the first to have contacts with the Western countries before even the time of colonization by the British. They had contact with the Portuguese. And at that time, one of the early visitors to the kingdom indicated in a very, very ancient writing that he was marveled at what he saw in Benin. A properly designed city. So Benin is the first properly designed city in what is called Nigeria today. There is so much you will need to understand about the history of Benin, so you will need to read. There's a book they published recently, the Red Book is expensive, try and lay your hands on it and read. It's very important that you read so that you have an understanding of your environment wherever you are. You are journalists, first and foremost, and knowledge is important because you are expected to impart knowledge and information to your target audience. I hope you will do that. It was deliberate choosing Benin to kickstart this training session. because Benin is at the heart of the top management of NTA because of what the zonal director has been doing. So I felt we should come here, lend our moral support, and encourage the zonal director to continue doing what she is doing. Zonal director. Journalism is dynamic. We have migrated from analog journalism to digital journalism. So it is our responsibility to make our operatives keep in tune with modern trend of journalism. And that is part of what we are going to teach you, those that don't know. And we'll also go beyond that. We have election coming up next month. This trading should have started much earlier, but for circumstances not within our control, we are not able to do it until now. The DG has promised Nigerians that this is going to be the best coverage and the most extensive coverage ever in the history of NTA. And the responsibility is with us, not with the DG. He has made a commitment, we are the implementers. So you are here as part of the process of eventually giving Nigeria the best election coverage ever. You listen to the resource persons, imbibe what you are being taught, because much will be expected from you when you return to your stations and during the election period. You will also be expected to teach those that are not here what you have learned. So I hope you listen very well. I'm not going to say much. I'm not going to go away. I'm going to be around in the background. I'm going to listen to some of the things that have been said, and I will make interventions when the need arises. And that is when we will talk journalist to journalist, reporter to reporter, because all my life I have been a reporter, and I am still a reporter. Thank you very much.
I'm a reporter too. Thank you very much, sir. I think that's the end of this particular session for the opening, so that yeah, okay. Yes, declared it open. So that is it now, and next on our program is the tea break, and then we will allow the ZD and our management to go and do other things, because you know, the station, as I was just joking, because Asaba, everybody that is, well, we did some introduction earlier on Asaba. I say Asaba is not the whole news today, but say everybody from Asaba is here. They say that they still have other people there. So we'll allow you to go and do other things, so that we'll continue with our technical session. But it's optional. If you want to stay with us, fine. But for now, we are not obliged to stay with us anymore. So thank you very much, my colleagues. It's time for tea break. See you after. Thank you.